I am grateful to have been loved and to be loved now and to be able to love, because that liberates. Love liberates. It doesn't just hold. That's ego. Love liberates.
Well, I mean, I use a kind of M. Scott Peck. I particularly take his definition of love as the will to nurture one's own and another's spiritual growth, and link it to Erich Fromm saying, love is a combination of care, knowledge, responsibility, commitment, and trust. Where I'm saying that no, in fact, if we are being abused in any way, we are not being loved. That love is antithetical to abuse and to domination, and that what do we teach our children about love? What is the miseducation we give them? And part of the miseducation we give them is that you can violate someone and then say you love them. Losing the kind of radical love of justice, of really believing in freedom and justice. To me, when I think about the defining movement for social justice that we had in our culture that rocked the world, was a civil rights movement. But the heart of that movement was an ethics of love. But to talk about love and the relationship between love and ending domination, whether we're talking about racism, homophobia, class elitism, it's a lack of compassion, a hardening of the heart. It's this sense that the kind of love ethic, and I think people have to hear those two words in combination, love ethic. One of the things I say in the book is that there can be no love without justice.
But let's talk about love. You know, this 4 years ago, if you asked me this question, it was a very painful question. And you know, I've been disappointed in love. You love again, you get disappointed again, you love again. You know, it's going on and on. And I was always connecting the happiness and love to somebody else, that you have to be happy if you're happy with somebody. And only recently, now I think since last 2 years, that I am so profoundly happy because I understood that life comes from inside and doesn't relate to anything outside. That actually to be in peace with yourself and in peace with what you're doing is really the most pure love. And then the rest that we all have to learn about unconditional love, because all our loves are conditional, and this is what is the biggest source of suffering. But unconditional love is really free, is about freedom. And I learned this in my now, you know, so late. I mean, now 67.
You wish you'd known
unconditional love.
Would you like to have known this a long time ago?
Yeah, it would be so much less suffering. But you see, suffering is always good. I mean, no one artwork was made from happiness. Suffering is good stuff. So I will not like to change anything. I just want you to learn to drink water consciously. Let's start with that.
I think that love is more than just a feeling. It's an action. It's an expression of how we view the world and how we view others in our lives. And the way that we love each other really shows who we are as people. Sometimes it can feel scary when you feel that love change, but at the same time it grows and evolves. And simply wanting the best possible thing for the person that you love, even if that means loving them and letting them go. I think that love is unconditional and infinite.
Well, American culture more and more becomes a joyless quest for pleasure, insatiable pleasure, never get enough of it, endless, bottomless, and the inability to really be committed to love. Because love is a form of death. And you have to learn how to die in order to learn how to love. There goes some of those strange folk who look like they're fools in the eyes of the world, who are still trying to love against the grain, knowing that justice is what love looks like in public. Just like tenderness is what love feels like in private. Because I'll end, I think Reinhold Niebuhr put it so well when he said, any justice that's only justice soon degenerates into something less than justice.
Good point. Yeah.
Justice must be rescued by something much more deeper than justice, which is love. Love of truth, love of neighbor, and for me, love of enemy. Because it means in even your foe. It's part of the human family. And in some ways an extension of your own humanity.
The small man builds cages for everyone he knows, while the sage who has to duck their head when the moon is low keeps dropping keys all night long for the beautiful rowdy prisoners. This is love.
It's the kind of love that Bell Hooks writes about, that lives in the poetry of Mary Oliver, Hafiz, or the passionate dreaming of a Koryusai painting. Love interrupts the making of silk. It's about a love that is compassionate, that's wild, that lives in open conversation, deep listening, the front lines of social movements, and would never seek to stifle the light in you. It's about accepting our aloneness, witnessing our connectivity. It's about feeling into the impermanence of all things and still forever wanting to prove it wrong, to say, yes, I understand that all things change, all things end, hurt exists, but I will love regardless. I will find a way to love with integrity, with an endless generosity of my spirit. I will learn to move in this way. I will